Hey guys, welcome back to The Interceptor, and we are here for the sixth and final top 10 in a class video. So today we are going to be doing the science class, and there's a lot of champions I really like. The science class has really been a class that I didn't like for a long time, and now I kind of really do, although there's a few in here that I don't like. But let's get on with the top 10 with our honorable mentions. And also something I should mention before is that the title of this video, Top 10 Sciences in MCOC, may not seem grammatically correct, but when science is a descriptive term, you can actually say sciences. It's just used so rarely that it sounds wrong, but grammatically it is correct. And I kind of was doing the same thing with every class, where I would put the class name then an S, so like top 10 sciences instead of top 10 science champions, because I like the way the title sounds better. But yeah, it is grammatically correct, although it sounds wrong. So starting off the top 10, we're going to do some honorable mentions. We have 3 honorable mentions for this class, one of which is a champ I recently ranked up. He's only ranked 2, though, and that's Quicksilver, a champ I really like, but he's kind of slow. I mean, for a champ that's supposed to be fast, he has literally the slowest combos in the entire game. No one's regular medium, light, medium takes longer than him, which is kind of stupid. If anything, he should be the fastest, not the slowest. But anyways, he's okay in Battlegrounds. He can do some 50-second fights against decent health opponents like Doom. He can probably take in 55 seconds or so. But I don't know. I don't think that he belongs in the top 10, so I'll put him here. Number 2 is going to be my only science rank 5, even though he is my 6th highest PI champion, Void. So Void on attack is still pretty good. There was a long time a while back where he was one of the best attackers in the game, because he just takes everything down so gradually but safely, because he has such a huge health pool. And he was the most common counter for Protect bosses back when Protect was the meta. And currently he is one of the best attackers this season because of Decay. And he is, of course, he has the attacker tactic, which means he does not get the buffs. I'm fairly certain he is, right? Yeah, he is. Alliance War Decay. But he is still great. Some of the most consistent heal reversal and just passive damage. He's awesome. He is amazing. So yeah, that is the second honorable mention. And the last one before we get into the top 10 is a champ I have not ranked up yet. Where is he? He's hiding. There he is. Spider-Ham. He's only ranked 3. I've seen him do some pretty good things on offense in Battlegrounds. I think I've seen like 35-40 second fights from R5 spams. So yes, his power stings are very potent and it's really nice, but I still think he's missing a few things to be one of the best science champs in the game. So we'll go on to top 10, and my most recent R4, I didn't even make a video about it. I ranked her up live on stream. Cassie Lang. Cassie Lang has been amazing. I used her in Alliance War in the off season and in the first Alliance War of this season, which I've not posted yet. And she soloed a rank 2 7-star duped America Chavez boss in 2 minutes, which was a really such a safe fight. Chavez was just taunted pretty much the entire fight, so she was just throwing SP1 like crazy. And I also used her for 2 other fights. Yeah, 2 other fights, which she also ended with full health. She ended with full health in all 3 fights, I believe. Although I might have taken some damage against Ant-Man. I don't know. Future Ant-Man. But anyways, Cassie Lang is incredible. Sig doesn't matter that much because at max Sig you get plus 10 power stings, so you get 40 instead of 30, but I would say it is worth it. So mine's only 180 because I don't have enough stones. Like as you see right now, I have 19 stones, and if I put in those 19 stones into her, it doesn't even do anything because I need to get to 200 to get that stack limit increased to 10. So I'm just waiting till I have one science sig stone or more generics to get her to 200. But that had absolutely no effect on the fight. So yeah, Cassie is awesome. She's also able to create her own openings through the heavy miss. And also that miss is not affected by defensive ability accuracy, much like Tigra's isn't. So even if you're facing like a Falcon that's locked on, bad example because he's never going to be locked on defense unless you severely mess up. Or just like a node in general that decreases your ability accuracy, she can still have her miss, which is awesome. She's one of the best attackers right now for this season because she is a decay champion as well. But we'll get into number 9, and at number 9, I don't know why I exited out there. At number 9, we have Titania, one of my most wanted 7 stars. I am hesitant to take her up to rank 4 as a 6-star because I know that the second I do that, I'm going to pull her as a 7-star. Like literally my next 7-star is guaranteed to be her if I take her to rank 4 because that's the way the game works. So I can't use her right now, and I find myself banning her for the last meta if she is a 7-star. I don't ban 6-star rank 4s usually unless they have no one else I ban. But she is awesome. She is one of the best Rintra counters. She is buff immune naturally, which means she is incredible this Alliance War season without even having the attack tactic, which is amazing. I don't think she has it. Yeah, she doesn't have it. But yeah, very solid damage. Very unique champion as well with the constant access to indestructible and unblockable. But yeah, we'll get into number 8. A champion that I used to use quite a bit when I first ranked him, and I'm not using him specifically in Battlegrounds very much anymore. Spot. He's really great, and if you are using him perfectly, he can get fights down in about 40 seconds. I know he can kill Doom in about 40 seconds if you build up your spots and then do a big SP2. But yeah, Spot is incredible. You just have to block. Yeah, the thing I don't really like about Spot is how much you have to block, because even though he gets a bunch of extra resistance and block proficiency, you still take quite a bit of block damage, and I find myself finishing fights under 90% after never getting hit once in Battlegrounds. So yeah, Spot at number 8. And at number 7, probably my favorite science champion in the game, Silk. Silk is unreal. She is one of my most used Alliance War, Battleground champions. I can take Rintras in 40 seconds. I can take Dooms in 35 seconds. I took a Mangog in 30 seconds. She is just crazy. I took a Maw in 19 seconds, or not 19. It was something like 25 seconds because he went straight to SP2 and threw it, and then I got my hits, my intercept, my relic, and then my SP2, and I just nuked him. So yeah, Silk is just an amazing, amazing champion. Very good in Alliance War as well, and she is part of the current tactic, even though she does not trigger the Dex buff naturally. That is one of her abilities, but this just gives her immunity to all buffs for this Alliance War season, so I will expect to see her banned quite a bit. She wasn't banned this last war. They banned all non-tactic attackers, which I thought was really weird. They just banned normal attackers, not attack or tactic attackers. But anyways, Silk at number 7. I adore her, and she definitely has room to move up quite a bit in this list. And at number 6, we have Immortal Abomination. He is awesome with not taking damage from poisons, and he has access to of course, the Petrify, which makes him a great counter to Doctor Doom. And if you throw off that SP2, you're pretty much going to get an Acid Burn on the Defender right away. So, an Acid Burn does absurd damage even at rank 3 for mine. I don't know if I'll ever rank him. I doubt I will ever rank him, but he is good when I need him for stuff like Event Quest or like that. And if I were to take him to rank 4 or rank 5, he would be in pretty much all of my Battleground decks. But yeah, Mortal Abomination at number 6. And at number 5, I believe, yeah, one of the only champions buffed. The only buffed champion on this list. And that is Hulk. Hulk, much like Titania, is a champ available as a 7-star. And for that reason, I will not take him to rank 4. So I can't use him in Battlegrounds. I feel like it would be a waste when I could rank a champ. I'll probably my next rank up will probably be someone like Gallon or maybe another defender. I don't know. But Hulk is great. Very, very good nuke. You just have to get up. Is it called Gamma Rage, right? And your SP2 can do some pretty crazy damage. And for some of the bulkier defenders like Rintra, all you have to do is throw your SP3 first, and then you'll kill very soon after. So yeah, Hulk is an incredible champion and deserving of the number 5 spot. And at number 4, my least favorite champion on this list, a champ I took to rank 4 a long time ago, that will never go to rank 5, and if I had a rank down gem, I would use it. Spidey 2099, he is still great. I just don't like him. I don't like the slow play of just dexing and hitting into the defender's block. Like, sometimes it's cool, and I know it does counter fights really well, but I don't know. For some reason, I just don't like him. And I had to use him a lot in last season's Alliance War, and I don't think he died. He's probably the attacker I used the most that I didn't die with, but I don't know. I don't like him. He can also take nodes like Hazard Shift. He has an anti-venom synergy that makes him start with a Wither on the defender, and you can just hit him to block and dex to pause the Wither and inflict a bunch of ruptures. His Sig ability is awesome. It basically makes your ruptures have a chance to stay after they burst when the defender gets to a bar of power. And it's actually a pretty high chance. It gets all the way up to 80% at max Sig. I got this guy out of the featured crystal like the day he came out, and I took him to rank 4 right away, and I did use him in War, and for a while I liked him, but now I just really can't stand him. He is complete garbage in Battlegrounds. There has not been a meta he has been half decent in yet. He's just terrible in Battlegrounds. So that's one of my main issues with him. I don't like champions that I can never use in Battlegrounds, and he is one of them, despite the fact that he is rank 4. So at number 3, this is going to be very controversial because I think that if you asked most players in the top tiers of Alliance War and Battlegrounds right now, they would say without a doubt this is the best science in the game. I disagree. A champ I don't have as a 6-star, but I have been going for so hard. I opened over... it was like 5 or 6 Abyss Nexus Science Crystals only looking for this champion, and I didn't get him in all of those. Do I even have him as a 5-star? I do. Scorpion. Scorpion's amazing. I have him on my alt account rank 4, I think. He might be rank 3 still, but I want to rank 4 him. I love him. I love Scorpion. The gameplay is incredible. The power stings through your debuffs are awesome, and the fact that you can be immune to 2 of the 3 of poison, shock, and rupture. Are those the debuffs? Yeah, poison, shock, and rupture. And you can choose that each fight to be immune to 2 of the 3 is amazing. And if you put on Odin buffs and then you use the shock pre-fight, which means you're not immune to shock, you're pretty much immune to all 3 at the same time. So yes, Scorpion is awesome. And and he's deserving of the number 3 spot. I just think there's 2 better science champions, honestly, because Scorpion isn't going to do shit in Abyss. He's very mid in Act content. Event Quest, he's only okay. He's pretty good in Act content, Event Quest content, I mean. Awesome in Battlegrounds. Let me be clear, he is better than the top 2 champions here, specifically in Battlegrounds, but that's not the only thing we consider here. He's also pretty good in Alliance War. I've seen a lot of people ascending Scorpion. I don't know if that's the right choice, but if you like it, go for it. If I had a rank 5 Scorpion, I definitely would not ascend him, but that's fine. And at number 2, a champ I do have at rank 4, Human Torch, for a while was the consensus best science in the game and top 5 champion in the game for years, literal years. And I still think he is one of the best. I think he is easily top 10, probably like 7th or 8th best in the game. But there's one better science. But Human Torch, the ultimate mystic nuke in War, Event Quest, in Battlegrounds, in Act content, just everywhere you see a mystic, Torch can take it. There's no mystic in the game Torch cannot take, because literally no one in the game is immune to Nova Flames, not even Torch himself. And he can abuse defenders, hard defenders like Doom or like Mephisto, where energy attacks on him give him temperature, and so does Incinerate. So instead of taking Incinerate damage, it says whenever Human Torch would be incinerated, he places a smolder passive on himself, which raises temperature by 5, and it increases the potency of both Incinerates and Nova Flames. What are they called exactly? Yeah, Nova Flames for the rest of the fight. And yeah, it's pretty incredible what Human Torch can do. I think everyone that's watching this video knows how amazing Human Torch is. So we'll get into number 1. And you know who number 1 is. There was never any doubt. This is the second best champion in the entire game. And we would have to see a huge buff on someone that's just absurdly good, or a new champion that is just unreal beyond the scope of like how good champs have been recently. This would have to be another level to knock Quake down out of the number 1 science spot and out of the number 2 in the whole game. She is one of the most skill intensive champions in the game. I'd say more so than someone like Ghost is actually a really good example, another champ that is decently hard to play. Quake is a monster, and Ascended, she has the damage of a 6-star rank 3, and she is so good that Kabam is literally scared to put her in the game as a 6-star. She is one of very few champions in the game not available as a 6-star, and if she was, she would be probably my first rank 5 6-star a long time ago. Quake is just unreal, and I think everyone knows how good she is. I should also say that this tier list does not include star availability as a factor, which means that every single champion in the science class is considered on an even scale. So let's say if all champions were 5-star rank 5s, that's what I'm comparing them to. So Quake is getting compared to a rank 5 5-star Scorpion, or a rank 5 5-star Silk, and I understand if you want to use that as a factor, if you want to penalize her for not being available as a 6-star. That's not the way I do things, and you just kind of have to be okay with that, because I'm okay with other people doing things the way they want, so whatever. But yeah, Quake is just insane. She can solo a ton of Abyss fights. There was a long time in the game where she was the most broken Alliance War attacker in the game, even more so than Ghost. Even up to when rank 5s were available, she was used in Alliance War. And in fact, in the current war that is going on right now, the one that ends in about 3 hours, we had multiple people bring Quake and take 6-star rank 5s or 7 stars rank 1 or 2 with her. She is just so good that if you find a player that is good enough with her, she's better than any 6-star rank 5, period. And that's because playing her perfectly involves literally no risk. And you can get to a point where you're so good with her that you won't make those mistakes. And yeah, she's just crazy. So Quake rounds out the top 10 at number 1. And I'm just going to repeat everything, sum it up. So the 3 honorable mentions were Quicksilver, Void, and Spider-Ham. And then the top 10 in reverse order were Cassie Lang, Titania, Spot, Silk, Mortal Abomination, Hulk, Spidey 2099, Scorpion, Human Torch, and Quake. So yeah, that is going to be all for this video. That is the last class, so I won't have any more of these videos coming out. If you guys really want me to make a top 30 in the whole game, I will make that list. I have not made it yet, but yeah, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment what you think about my list and what your top 10 list would be, and I will see you all later. Bye.